not even just using two hands, because I've been trying to practice do that for a while anyways. But no, more like using the two hands to do different melodies.
Yes.
And that's where I've actually started getting to the point where I'm like, this hand may be just doing the main rhythm, while this hand's over here doing some bouncy nonsense, and I'm even starting to incorporate here as part of the playing. So like I can move forward and just move the keys as I want to.
The most difficult part I had with piano wasn't my hands playing. Well, it kind of was my hands playing different things.
Yes, it gets there.
But it was once I had to change what. Okay, so I could focus on one hand or the other to do something more difficult, where the other one's doing something repetitive, where the other one, you know what I mean? Like, so one is changing between like 6 notes, where the other one is just like chord here, chord there, chord there. But then as soon as I had to change up, now that this hand is going to do chords and this hand is going to do, that's when I would start losing it. Or now I'm going to move into a completely new melody. That's where I was like, okay, this is very difficult.
See, that's one
thing.
And
I actually in piano had a little bit more, not a traditional teaching, but I had a little bit more of a traditional teaching in that my friend was trying to teach me, and he started off with early Mozart's.
Oh wow!
Right, because he was a kid at the time and everything. It's like, let's start off with like the first few things he wrote are really just like lessons.
Yeah.
They're piano lessons of like, here's a key, here's a melody to do in that key. Let's learn the key, and it's a 2-hand melody. They switch and there's changes, and it was a great place to start. And I got maybe a fourth of the way through the song, but without having my own piano. And I'm talking, I only played piano for like 3 hours in a couple months, so I really didn't have you know what I mean?
Too long.
So I wasn't able to actually like look, because I've always viewed because I had a guitar trainer or teacher. Wow, trainer. I had a guitar teacher for a few months, maybe even half a year or so, and I always viewed that the time I'm with the teacher was a new lesson, not practice, because practice was on my own time. So I practiced and played guitar constantly, and then I would get there and be like, here's how well I've done. What's next?
This is what I practiced. I mean, that was the way my bass teacher taught me. It was literally showed me something. We spent maybe an hour, 2 hours, showing me different little things for me to go home and practice later. Yeah. And then I'd go home and practice those things. And so I was like, I felt comfortable doing these.
Are you talking about Randy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked him.
Yeah, I didn't really know him well, but he was really good at the bass.
He was a freaking amazing teacher too, honestly.
Oh, I bet. I'm glad.
Yeah, so he showed me that, because it was him, I think it was myself, our friend Liz, and someone else.
I was taught by Wes. You remember Wes?
Yeah, he tried to teach me to play guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, it's funny. I went to Wes and was like, I want to play bass, and he taught me bass for a while, and then I kept coming back to him and like showing him what I've learned and like some stuff I like improvised and came up with more, and he was like, you need to just play guitar. Stop playing bass like that. Play guitar. Yeah.
Bass does not do that.
Yeah, bass isn't supposed to be like that. Which, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, what if I could have revolutionized bass?
No, the thing
I doubt I could. I'm sure everyone else is. I'm sure
I do
greatest.
see where he's saying that, but like at the same time, it's like, well, let's look at people like Victor Wooten, who literally just who does play the freaking bass like he's playing a freaking guitar. Where you're like, how are you just like this amazing musician? But he also can play the guitar like nobody's business too.
Yeah. Dude, there's a few people, even like Adrian. Do you remember Adrian?
Adrian! Oh, that's the only thing I know about Adrian.
not Stallone. Not Rocky.
Oh, wait. From our church, right?
Yeah. Adrian could play any instrument. He was one of those people where literally he doesn't have to have formal lessons. You just give him an instrument and he like, not immediately, but basically just like, okay, drums, piano, guitar, bass, cello, violin, saxophone, any wind instrument. Like, he's just, oh yeah, okay, I got it.
Those people are annoying because it's like,
how do you think his wife felt?
Like, the reason I think they're annoying is because it's like, some people study their whole life learning an instrument, and like, some things are easy to pick up. Like musical instruments are easier for me to pick up, but I still need that lesson.
But like a mastery is very difficult.
It's definitely different. But someone who can just pick it up and
I'll say it now. I will never master the guitar. I will become proficient in it.
If anyone says they're a master of an instrument, I think they're lying.
Steve Vai.
still a liar. There's so much more he can
Dude,
still learn.
he's never claimed himself as a master, but I would put him as a
Okay,
master
that's
of the guitar.
that's different. Has he ever said he's a master? That's what I'm saying.
He acts like he is, but I don't think he's ever claimed to be a master of
Yeah,
guitar.
because anyone who actually enjoys the instrument knows, as you're saying, you'll never probably be a master, knows that, like, there's more that can be done with it. More than what
I
they
still
can do
consider
with
myself a novice. I'll get to proficient one day.
proficiency. Is proficiency before mastery?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
And then how do you hit mastery? Is mastery before expert or after expert?
After expert.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you have proficiency, expert, and then
master,
you hit
I would say, yeah.
Okay. I can
There's
see
a
that.
lot of expert guitars.
Yeah, no,
There's a lot of people that are expert.
What would you have placed true?
Trevor True,
Yeah.
proficient.
Okay.
Proficient and like really close to master. But see, I would, or
You
not
mean
master,
expert.
I mean expert, yeah. Because I would say that proficient really just means that you're proficient in a style or a few styles, where then expert is that you have a wider range, and a master means you can literally play any style as well as almost create your own.
See, I would definitely.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would
That's
definitely
my-
give him,
that's my thing.
I'll give him proficiency close to expert, mainly due to the fact that he was self-taught and taught entirely. He knows no chords. He knows nothing about, like, if you were like, hey Trevor, I'm going to give you a test on the basic layout of a guitar, right?
Yeah.
He would know the minimum of how to.
Yeah, same here. I know the very, very minimum.
But then, like,
I
when you
know
play, you do-
enough of the minimum to, after about 15, 20, like, because writing songs for me takes longer, I think, than for anybody that actually studied.
Yeah.
Because I sit there and I'm literally like, okay, here's a cool riff. I'm like, all right, now how do I translate to that to be chords? Well, I know that this is a G, so a G chord, but I want a different G chord. Let me pull out a note sheet and figure
Oh,
out
wow.
where another G
Yeah, that's
chord is.
beautiful because yours and his are totally different in the sense of, like, he would play, he'd be like, James, come here, I have a riff for a song. I'm like, okay, yeah. So he'd play the riff, and I'm like, oh, I really like that. He's like, I'm not sure where it's going, where I want it to go next. I'm like, all right, so let me add in my 2 cents of non-musical information. You should go, bam, 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 whatever,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah.
And then he's like, something like, and I was like,
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I want you to play.
That's not what I'm talking about. I get that entirely. That's how Barrett helped me write I would say so far the best song I've ever written. Now, granted, the most popular song I've ever written was the Glory of Love, but the best song I've ever written is it's not really released. I released a guitar demo of it where it's just the guitar. It's still in the works, but if it wasn't for Barrett, I wouldn't have been able to go further with it. But even in that song with writing it is what I'm talking about, where it's like, okay, so we have G, A, C, E, D, I don't even know. I don't really know guitar. But so then I would take the time to be like, oh, well, here's another G here, so I can make my next riff, because it's like, I came up with this riff, right? And it's like, well, where do I want that to go? Well, I can take it down here and go.
Yeah.
Something like that. Where it's like, well, I know that that's that, and that's that, and that's that. So I'll mess around until I find where I want it to, and like including going up and down the neck until I'm like, oh, well, then actually I want it to be like.
And see, maybe I explained it wrong then, like, because I added me involved in there because,
Yeah.
like, but the times when I've just watched him play, I still never saw him do that part.
Mhm.
He would mess around with the riff until he felt the next part, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I
He'd
do
be
stuff like that too.
he'd be
Yeah,
like,
I get that.
He'd be like, okay, this. And he's
Yeah, I
like,
get that.
And he may tweak it or mess up with it for a second, and be like, wait, no, that. And then
Right.
he'd move on and be like, okay,
Going
let's add
going about that route, for making riffs, absolutely. I'm the same way.
Like,
Of just
it's
feeling
such
it
a-
out, playing it until you hear something else, trying different things,
It's such
until
an
finally
odd
you're
little
like,
thing.
because that's what you do when you don't know. Whenever you don't know guitar and you're self-taught, you're just like, try this. No, that didn't sound right. Play it again. Okay, maybe to here, and then eventually you're like, oh, and to this, and then sometimes you can get really lucky and be like, these next 4 notes sound great, and you're like,
Yeah.
so now I'm gonna go to these 4 notes. What next?
Speaking of,
But yeah,
I
okay,
actually want to show you because the way you're saying it is how I'm actually teaching myself.
yes,
Songs.
yeah.
I actually made a really good song that I'm proud of, and it has a little bit of rap and like rockish feel to it.
Okay,
And it literally came from one note.
that's what's up.
And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm proud of this song.
That's what's up. What I was trying to explain was I was trying to explain that whenever I come up with a riff, and then I'm wanting to have have chords.
Yeah.
When I'm wanting to have chords, that's whenever I go into a whole nother mindset. Like, because if I'm
Okay.
riffing, then I am just hearing the sounds and trying to figure out what sounds good next, and just experiment.
Yeah.
But if I'm like, okay, I like this, then I'm like, okay, so what is that? That is a G. So then what G chords are there? Because now I need to play a G, so there's a G. So then I have because my songs are very simple in the sense that instead of doing something drastically different, I just take the melody I wrote that I'm like, that's a catchy melody. I'm like, now how do I play that as a chord? And I just make that a 4/4 measure, so it'd be just like, where it was,
Yeah.
you know, that's how so it's like, I just take the time to figure out how to do that.
Why haven't you switched these strings to the other guitar?
These are the improper strings. Because these are not nylon.
So I just need to go, because I know you're
I just bought them.
Oh, you
No,
did?
yeah, I just bought them. I ordered them online.
Oh, you finally, okay. 'Cause
Yeah,
I know you
I bought
didn't
them
want to
today.
go to...
I'm not going to Guitar Center if they
Yeah.
require me to wear a mask. So I bought them from a different dealer.
Okay, because I was going to say, man, if you
I'm
still
not
don't
ever
have
shopping
them,
there.
I'm just going to go to the Guitar Center and buy them for you.
Yeah, because I
would
got a
love you
new
to have
guitar
new
like
guitar on
a
it.
month ago at this point that doesn't have strings. So hopefully it's still good because it's gone about a month and a half without strings.
Is that bad for a guitar?
Yeah.
Why?
They need tension.
What, the neck does?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, see, making
It should be
music-
okay though.
Yeah, no, it
But
should
I'm
be
about to
fine.
have a classical guitar and I'm stoked. Basically brand new condition. Only been played a few times. Got it dirt cheap.
That's actually nice.
I got it for the same price as this guitar, and this guitar is over 15 years old.
Oh my god.
And it's basically brand new.
Dude, you know what really pisses me off? Sorry, you're talking about your guitars. I've had 2 basses.
Yeah, where are they?
God!
I remember the beautiful red one.
God! Yeah, Leah.
What was the other one you had?
I didn't name her yet. But it was,
What was
it was the same, it was a Precision P bass as well. And it was a yellow and starburst. Like, for the, whatever, plastic pieces called, I don't know what that actually is.
The you're talking about for the pick guard. The plastic piece that goes on it, the pick guard.
Right. So on the body.
Yeah.
So here's the strings and then the full body right there. Is that actually called a pick guard? Because that makes no sense.
Well, this does not have a pick guard. So are you saying it was a yellow starburst throughout?
Like doing this, kind of covering this part, but like they were still the main primarily yellow.
Oh, then no, I'd just say it was like a two-tone.
Okay.
I don't think, unless it was a plastic piece over it, then it is a pick guard. Some pick guards are bigger than others.
I don't know. I know I
The
had my
typical-
thumb thing
The
on my
typical
Le-
pick
on
guard
Leah,
that you
but,
see,
like-
the typical pick guard you see is just right below the strings, and it's a small like black.
Oh yeah, no. It was like, I guess two-tone.
But there are
Lucy.
pick guards that are that big, because in some pick guards you put them on the top as well for when you upstrut.
I don't know if that was made for that. It literally just looked like a design.
Yeah,
You know,
could
it was
just be a
like,
design.
Here you go.
Yeah, I've never seen that bass. I had a bass once. I pawned it off in order to buy lunch for B on his birthday.
No, see, I got that bass from the basis of Keeping Composure. Go check them out, guys.
Dude,
They're
yeah.
on Google Play, and I believe they're also on Spotify.
Hopefully we're still going to get that interview with them,
Yeah.
so then you can check them out then.
Yeah, no, now I'm even more mad because they're doing well, but it's still gonna be a bass that I was gonna play. I don't give a crap about something.
Yeah.
It was just him and I
Oh.
were talking. He was just like, "You need a new bass, man?" I was like, "Yes, I do." He's like, "Here you go." I was like, "Yeah."
Let's change subjects here.
Okay. I was really enjoying the music. Is it a dog? Is it a cat? Everything. Welcome to the show. This is week 9 of
Yeah, okay.
something.
Yeah, week 9. This is like somewhere past episode 16.
Dude, no, we should call this week. Jenny.
Oh. Well, I've only uploaded 2, but they're not aired.
Yeah, that's fine.
But there is like 4, 5.
Okay, so
Might
this
have
is
been 5.
week 6 of retro. Because we're shooting
Oh,
old
yeah,
style.
shooting retro.
Yeah.
Yeah, shooting the way that we used to do.
So,
Yeah, dude. I like the callback. I like doing it like this since now we have an actual nice place to record.
Yeah, believe it or not, we do actually have one of those moments that you saw on a nicer location is not a lie. It's just
Where
we
the
haven't
mic was
been there.
slightly better, because it turns out you're supposed to be this far away from your mic when you talk,
You are,
and that's
but,
what gives good quality.
but the thing is, we should have better mics. The thing is that Snowball is good, but we should get.
Well, if we had,
Okay, if we had better mics, it wouldn't be that bad. That mic was so loud.
well, if we got the cable for the other mic, then we could both have the snowballs, and I think it would be fine.
Yeah, then we could have one right in front of each other.
Yeah, I think it would be okay.
I want to get. Then is that a point? I want to get a new mic stands. I want to get 2 new mic stands.
Yeah, why not?
Have ones that so we can just have them hanging there.
Yeah.
Like blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I want to ask Fraser how much his mic costs, and then consider buying one of those.
I'm gonna ask Brandon because I want his.
You want his? Yeah. See, there you go. So you buy your mic, I'll buy my mic, and then there we go.
Because that's a baller mic,
Or-
and I love it.
Or you guys, what do we have? A GoFundMe?
Go fun. Yes, we do actually have a GoFundMe. I need
Or-
to actually finish setting it up because I have it done in the videos and
But,
everything.
yeah, by the time that we get here to this one, maybe you'll have it finished there. We have a GoFundMe
Well, I have
if
to
you
wait-
want to help us buy higher quality equipment so that we can actually make this look good.
Yeah, we
Then
will-
by all means, man, check out our GoFundMe.
And the thing is,
Oh,
if you guys,
also
you
like
guys-
and subscribe, ring that bell, and share it with your friends.
if you guys do help out, though, honestly, that you'll see better quality. Not just that, but you'll also see more ideas being done because we've thought of multiple skits and different things to do. It's just time and money that really comes involved.
It's
with
really it's just equipment. It's equipment. It's not really time and money. Time we can make the time. We've been able to make the time in the past. We can make the time in the future.
Luckily.
It just won't be. There shouldn't. I wouldn't really put a time limit or a time frame on how quick it'll get done, because of how much more difficult it is to make the sketches versus sitting down and talking.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't put a time frame on it, but the time isn't necessarily the issue. It's equipment, which means money. So it's money, because we make no money off of this. I never plan on actually making money off of this. But if anyone out there wants to help improve the quality of our products out of the kindness of your heart, then by all means, please go
Out of
fund
the
us.
kindness of your hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that, honestly. Yeah, if you actually enjoy what we're doing and the few friends and family that are there that do watch us.
Yeah, the 37 of you.
There's 37.
Yeah, roughly.
Oh, we've had some more then.
Yeah, we've had a couple more. Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys enjoy what we're doing, it would be really cool to help out a little. Just a little. That's if you can. If you can't fully understand that part. But
Yeah, I really don't want your money, but it would be helpful for the sake of putting it directly into the show to not spend my money that I'm working on for
other things.
paying for my house and car and gas and food and just living, all that stuff. Like, so instead of having to spend my money on cameras and mics, and it'd be good to have that come from a separate source that just pays for that crap. But
That pays for the show. So.
Anyways.
That's all. That's as much.
anyways, we talked more about that than we should.
Anyways, so
Well, what I wanted to get back into was talking about music. Yeah, music's fun, but I like what we were talking about before we sat down.
Oh, what were we talking about?
The mind, memory.
Oh,
You mentioned something about like not liking whenever people recorded
yeah, like
those.
what we're doing right now, this moment right here.
It's a little different.
It is because we wanted to actually do this for this purpose, but or not. I guess you did. You wanted to do this for this purpose. So that's fine. But the problem that I have is living life. Just enjoying your day in and day out life, whatever.
Now I'm confused. Yeah, what?
No, I'm still getting to what I was saying.
Yeah, okay.
And let's say you go hiking with some friends. You just do things that are beyond your normal day in day out living. And for some reason, people want to just film it, take pictures, and do whatever instead of enjoying that moment right there.
Yeah, but what'd you call them earlier?
Oh, I call them life moments.
Life moments. Yes, I like that term.
When you're enjoying,
Life
when you're having life moments with whoever, it doesn't really matter who you're with, but if you're having things that are literally just beyond your normal day life. So life moments where you all of a sudden decide to take a picture or a selfie or like, let me look at this mountain, let me video the whole thing, and it's like, are you going to remember that? And this is something we were talking about earlier. More than likely not, because your brain has learned that it doesn't need to remember to do that because you're doing something else that's going to supplement that. So it's going to use its brain power for maybe you walking, maybe you're clumsy. So now your brain's going to use that extra brain power.
That's not how that works.
You never know.
I've read studies on it and everything, and if you take a photo or record something, your brain does know, I don't need to waste storage space to store this because you've saved it somewhere else. That doesn't mean your brain is going to function to do something else. It doesn't work that way. It just means that you're not storing the information.
Brain, be better.
It's
That's all
I'm
saying.
It's the same thing with being able to look up any answer to any question at any time. Having a calculator on you at any time, your brain doesn't remember how to do all the stuff that it should or remember all the knowledge it should because you've taught your brain. You don't need to remember.
Yeah, you don't need any of that information.
Because I can find it at any point.
It's like the people who, I don't actually use calculators that often. Yet I do use it when I'm using decimals. So decimal systems, like when I'm trying to figure out how much taxes are going to take out of my check, I will use my freaking calculator. But I have learned that...
I never use a calculator, but I always get the math wrong.
That's terrible. I get the math right a lot.
Thankfully, whenever I'm doing math, these days when I'm doing math, there's a second party there that's also doing the math. So I'm like, I came up with 97, and they're like, no, it's 86. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
And the thing is, what's really interesting is even with me using my decimal, because this is not against what you're saying, but even with me using the calculator for decimals and the fractions, it's not fractions, the percentages, I still can actually come up with most of it pretty on the spot with just me thinking. And I sucked at math, by the way. I was terrible at math. Yeah. There's a lot happening in this town right now. How many cop cars did we see go by the other day? Or earlier today? Wow. It seems like, well, even now, what's wrong with my mind? Are we coming this way?
Yes.
No, they're going that way.
Yeah, well, they were going down Keith.
There's so much happening. There's so much happening. Anyways. But no, like, it does bother me that we went on another tangent.
I don't know if they can hear it, but just
Well, I'm sure they can hear the woo, 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 going nuts. Especially since you're facing the road almost.
Well, the mic's facing us.
Hopefully.
I think. I don't know how that works. I don't know how it works. They probably can't hear us at all this whole time.
This whole time it's just us mouths moving. But no, like, it does bother me that people don't enjoy the little things, the little moments. Like, freaking, okay, I'm going to bring up a movie.
Okay.
Zombieland, right?
Yeah.
Enjoy the little moments.
Yeah.
Right? That was such a silly line in the movie because the way he talked about it was literally about Twinkies. But like, it's serious though, in the real world sense. Enjoy the little moments. Why do you have to have your phone? I lose my phone on a regular basis, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But like, I know you guys see me texting and randomly grabbing it and stuff like that. But as a general rule, I really don't have my phone out a lot. And like, you just gotta enjoy those moments that you're having with friends.
I'm the kind
family.
of person that gets, I wouldn't say yelled at. I get angry texts about the fact that I haven't responded to someone in days because
is it all caps? Because if it's all caps, then it's yelling.
It's not all caps,
Okay.
but I just mean like right now, like anytime I go to hang out with someone and we're in the real world, I don't even care about my phone. Like I'll even like whenever we would go to whenever I would go to concerts or house shows over at Barrett's.
Yes.
For the most part, I would just leave my phone in the car.
You know what?
I'd be like, all right.
I don't know where my phone was during those times.
Next couple hours, I'm just here. Hold on.
Oh, I saw it actually. It's on this road, by the way.
That one was quiet then for being on this road. Oh my God, is it coming back?
No, this is another one. It was right behind you.
Every noise they can make. The woo-woo, the ambulance, the fire truck,
Just remember, this is the ambulance.
Yeah.
All right,
Going
anyways.
the way I get my kicks.
Dude, I'm so mad that I still know that song. We played that for what? What did we play that for?
I think the joke concert I did.
Bailey's birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, where I got to do the opening set.
Yeah.
I played The Glory of Love, Beta Baby,
Beta.
what was the other one I did? I think Worldwide, and then This Is the Ambulance, and then also Where Did the Cops Go to finish it off. Anyways, Mr. Cell Phone,
Sorry.
hypocrite.
I'm trying to get a ride home, make sure everything's golden.
I actually think we should call this.
Well, this is probably an episode.
Yeah, exactly. I say we should call this one. We'll pick back up in a few days, because now we don't release a week apart. We release a few days apart.
Yeah, so not next week. You'll see us in a couple of days.
Yeah, a couple days, 4 at the most.
So we're just really just putting them out there now.
Yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So you don't have to go too long without a video, but then
Get a dose of the awesome games.
then you get a 4-day to really build up for that Tuesday. And then Tuesday's usually the worst of the two.
Is it? I enjoyed this conversation.
That doesn't mean it's a Tuesday one. It could be a Thursday one.
But
No,
it
it's
is shot
really,
on Tuesday. Today is Tuesday.
it doesn't matter when we record. It just matters when it comes out. Bye.
Bye.
See you guys later.
Au revoir. Wiedersehen. Sayonara.